Hey, this is Gavin James, and you are watching Toasted. Ah.
Normally, I wouldn't expect that in a Starbucks.
It's very strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was kind of worried because I only got out of bed. I literally just got out of bed. I had a nap this morning because we had early radio this morning.
Oh shit! Of course.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna have a nap. I'm gonna wake up at 1 o'clock. So I'd be like, okay, so I'll get here at 3. It'd be great. Like I'll be wide awake. I'll have a coffee. It'd be awesome. Woke up at 3. So I was like, I'm so late. And then we got here like 3:30, and I was like, oh god. And literally the second I got on, I was like, this kicked in, and I was like, yes. And I was buzzing then.
Yeah, you're making fun of this, of course, but I mean, like it is. Of course, it's the best job in the world, being a musician, but it's a lot of hard work, right? I mean, because you went up late in television, then you have to be early on radio, you have to play gigs in between, you have to drink shitloads of alcohol. I mean, it's a tough job.
You know, the alcohol thing is tough. You know, if it wasn't like, if you didn't have to do it, you know, it'd be so much easier if you didn't have to. You know, and the fact that I'm Irish, dude, does not help. No, I was joking. But I think like anything that's hard is worth doing. Like, you know, I just saw the whiskey. It's just so.
I read in your bio actually that you used to play in all bars in Ireland.
Yeah.
Now we have a lot of colleagues in Ireland, in Dublin, and they took us on a bar stroll through Dublin. The Copperhead, you of course know that one.
Oh, Copperface Jacks.
Did you play there?
I haven't played a gig there. No, I played a gig next door. In what's the place next door? My mate works there too. I should know this. Why do I not know this? Anyway, there's a hotel.
But you played shitloads, and there's one favorite of mine, like the Dead Horses, the Bleeding Horse or something.
Yeah, that's around the corner from Coppers.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite pubs. In the really good Guinness. They do great Guinness in Bleeding Horse. The Bleeding Horse. I love the name of it too. The Bleeding Horse. But anyway, yeah. So it's a great, it's a great spot. But no,
Did you play there as well?
I never played there. My friend played there.
Shit.
So I was gonna play with him, but I didn't do it because I was like, I've no idea why.
Well, and now you're going too big, too famous to play there.
No, sure. I played all them gigs. I love them gigs. They're so much fun. I still do. I played. I was home on Saturday, and my friend was doing a gig in Temple Bar, and I used to play there. I played there for 4 years, so I popped in. I love going there because just I know everybody, and like it's just a lot of fun. And then somebody's playing, like you go up and sing a song, and it's like do a bit Galway girl, kind of away from the norm. It's nice.
But you're like I said in the beginning, your career's going really well. I mean, when I read through the lines and read your interviews, it's almost like it took you by surprise.
It kind of did, yeah. Like it was a lot of hard work, and then when something kind of kicked off, particularly over here, because nothing had really kicked off before. So in Ireland, it's been like 3 years of just hard graft, and over here, when the Book of Love came out, which is random, because in my head I didn't think that was too much of a big single, and it was here. And then I was thinking, I was like, what? This is such, because it was so random, because I recorded the Live at Whelan's album, which Book of Love is in, and it wasn't meant to be on it, because I had recorded it at Whelan's, and it was at the end of the show, and I was like, I'll just try it, I'll give it a go, and see if it is okay. And then I listened back to it, I was like, I'll just turn it okay.
So that makes me think, how many more massive hits did you obliterate and not take into account because you thought they were rubbish?
I do a good Jungle Book song, you know, so that could be the next one. That could be like, got a ooby-doo with the little saxophone, you know. But
no, but serious. I mean, I guess you write lots of songs, right?
yeah. So
how do you decide what comes on a record?
You know, I had a lot of them. I picked from about 40 because over the years I had whittled down like 40 songs of all the songs that I've written over the past 4 or 5 years, and I just kind of picked the 11, 12 best ones that I could think of, and yeah, the problem is like when you finish the album, you write so much more. So there's so many songs I've written now that I wish I had put on the album. But no, I think the songs on the album right now are just a perfect kind of collection. They're a good collection of what has happened to me, which is the whole point in writing songs, I think, is to write about your experiences. And they're pretty much my experiences of when I was this size as a kid until I'm now taller as an adult. And
of course, 22 is famous right now in Holland. It's been on television yesterday. Song about bullying. I must admit, the first time I delved into your history, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, to prepare for this interview, one of the first things that I noticed was that you like Conor McGregor, the fighter, the UFC fighter, Conor.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, he's in the UFC, he's a tough guy, and then you come out with this song 22, which is, well, how should I put this? A very honest song about being bullied.
Yeah, you know, that's the whole point in doing it. I think if you're not honest in your songwriting, then you're lying to yourself, really. And I thought that was something that happened to me. That was such a long time ago, and I believe it's very something that you really need to talk about.
Yeah.
Because it happens like if I was 12 years old or 13 years old and a song, even if that 22 song hits one person, and it makes them think, oh, at least there is an end to it, and maybe I want to be whatever you want to be when you grow up. But at least when this is all over, you can just forget about it. And
So how did you get out of it?
I got out of it. I got some great friends when I went to secondary school.
Good.
And I got into music, and it was a bit of a release for me to do that. And just people grow up, you know.
Yeah.
Kids are kids.
And you never thought like, well, I'm gonna kick the shit out of these people who bully me, and that's probably it.
I got into a lot of fights, man. I'm big. I'm big guy in school. Yeah, no, man. It's a lot of ganging up, and it's more mental. My whole thing was mental, and it was a tough thing to go through. But you know, live and you learn. It won't happen again.
Well, definitely. At least you wrote a fucking great song about it. Hey, themes in your album: love, distance, home, lost loves, finding it hard to speak out. Very honest and beautiful songs.
Yeah, thanks, man. Cheers. I think the whole thing I was going for with the album was just to be honest as possible. And the songs they're kind of about love, but if they're about love, then they'd be happier, you know. So there's a lot of kind of broken-hearted songs and kind of wishing you did something different songs, and like just in general, just like Till the Sun Comes Up is another one. It's kind of like 22. It's about just feeling a bit shitty. And then wishing you didn't feel shitty, and then eventually you don't feel shitty at the end, so it's great. But so that Till the Sun Comes Up, and the whole album kind of flows in a way that, yeah, it's kind of like that.
Great production, beautiful lyrics again. Nervous, I loved. I wrote down the lyrics. Struck me that I don't know basically is about the same. It's hard to express yourself and to express your love for somebody else when you're young. Is it easier for you now?
Oh, it's much easier, man. I think once you know who you are as a person, it's kind of easier to talk to people, and it's easier to kind of get along with people and know what you want out of somebody. The only thing that's harder now is that I travel a lot, you know, so it's a lot harder. It's kind of like, oh, do I want to? I don't know. It's just it's tough from the other side, more so than my side, obviously. You know, because they're like, what's he doing? He's just traveling all the time. I've seen him twice in the last 6 months. God damn it, Gavin, come on.
Is it tough for you on the road actually?
On the road, you know, it was a little bit last year, but I got used to it. I was sitting. I remember last year when stuff kind of started getting a little busy. I was thinking in my head, like, I really do want to do this, but like this is quite tough. Like I'm a home bird. I love being at home. I love Dublin. I love Ireland. I love people of Ireland. And when I was away in America, which is so far away, you know, at least in Holland, like hour and a half. No, not that far away. But when I was in America, it's kind of I got kind of tough because I was there for 5 months nearly, like last year. And but I haven't been away from home that long before. And you know, I was sitting down in a hotel in Chicago or something like that, and I was sitting there, like, kind of feeling sorry for myself. And I was like, and then I was literally like, something clicked, and I was like, suck it up, you dope. You stop being a little bitch, you know. And pretty much I was like, this is awesome. Who gets to who's in Chicago right now on a Monday, you know, and gets to go outside and see all these things and meet all these lovely people and meet loads of new people. You know, it's something that I always wanted to do, something I wanted to do, traveling. I love traveling. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be traveling. So I kind of did that, and since that moment I was kind of like, this is fucking great. So.
Actually, of course, your album it's not even out. I think maybe it's the 15th was the release here in Holland, so it's completely fresh. But a lot of people forget that when the album is released, you've already been working on it because you've been writing the music, you've been playing it, you've been recording it, and now you're going to tour it. So probably for you, the music is a bit older, right?
Yeah. Oh, you see, the music is it is the songs are slightly old. Some of the new ones, like Bitter Pill, will be new. Nervous, kind of new. And then I think what's going to change it is the people singing along. Every time I do a gig, there's always a new song somewhere. Like in Ireland, people sing along, and you're like, what? It's just a very cool feeling when people do that. So, and especially now that I've got my buddy Kieran, he's playing piano, and I'm gonna expand the set. So it's gonna be just a bigger sound, and I'm gonna experience, like, I'm gonna try get like a few different things going, because I used to be an electric guitar player, so I'm gonna get into that again and have some electric stuff. It's gonna be louder, you know. I think it'll be a lot more fun. It'll make everything a bit new for me.
You're actually thinking about being in a band now.
Yeah, well, not a big band. No, it's not going to be like fucking 20 people. It's going to be like just me and 2 guys.
Power trio.
You know, power trio. Power trio is the best way to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I was always in a trio. When I was a kid, I was just like Wolf Mother. Like, fucking Zeppelin is pretty much a trio. You know, because there is a bass and drums and guitar. I know Robert Plant is there and he's awesome. You know, but if he can do that sound with just 3 instruments, and obviously Robert Plant being fucking awesome, you can do it. You know.
Of course, he has the Thin Lizzy and the Jam and
Yeah.
the Police. So.
Also, you can go around in a really small car. So this is really easy.
So that's good news now.